Hello there, good to see you. Just talking about some stuff here at YouTube side of things, yeah. That's what we do. That's what we do, indeed. Some eluukkanen talk. Hello there, my name is eluukkanen. Just a small stream, kind of a rant stream, I suppose. Yeah, rant. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Yes, I'm very prepared, as you can see. I'm just the most prepared person that has ever prepared for a stream. I'm just like today my feel on all things is just like I don't really know what to really too much talk on here on this, but I'm going to be talking it now nonetheless. It's it's not about eluukkanen. Eluukkanen actually is going well. I had streaming every day and that sort of stuff. Eluukkanen actually is growing very nicely, and I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy that it goes well, and I'm looking forward to actually it growing much more in the future. One of the things I'm going to be ranting here today is about the community I'm building. Hopefully we can actually discuss about it, even if you have interest on that. Basically, make sure you have some background music on here while we're doing this. Yes, of course, some background music. Here we go. And yeah, basically my leg feels better. That is always very good. I had my leg hurt yesterday, so my leg feels better. That's the great thing in my life. But I want to talk about one thing is that basically, like if you know my channel, I've started this this sort of like a community called elokas and such. And later on, it has it actually has grown. I'm very happy on that. I just had recently a discussion with a friend of mine, and I kind of there's a problem in the whole thing in a big way. So I'm going to be discussing on that today. Gladly, I have a connection issue here. Great. So yeah, like for some reason connection is not working, but anyways, let me try to open this whole thing again. One of the things I don't like about the countryside is that the connection doesn't just work at all. But I cannot really affect on that, unfortunately, too much. Yeah. Whatever, my day is going well. I'm doing healthily better and stuff. The big problem I have, though, there's a big problem, and it's about the community I'm trying to build. Basically, for a few months ago, I started this community, very much working on it big time, which is called elokas. And this elokas thing is basically kind of like a place where our freelancers come together. We discuss, we chat, we do stuff together, that sort of stuff. That's what we do. And yes, I've still Skyrim to gather information on the stream very much, and we try to change it. And let me actually test the comments. Test. So now we can actually get those on the screen. Here we go. Yes, here we go. It's going to be a little rant stream. I'm very happy actually we got Jelly to donate us on the last streams. I very much appreciate it. We have a goal on there. If you want to get videos every day, that's the place we're going to be having that. Basically, I had a discussion today with my friend of mine that just got me interested about this whole topic I'm going to be doing. And it's going to be this elokas community. And what is elokas community? Basically, I've been bored of... Hey, Ollie Repair!
Hey.
How are you doing? We're just actually talking about elokas here today, yes. So basically, kind of what my feelings today are on that, just, and always, of course, discussing with you today in eluukkanen, that's the thing. Elokas was this community, and it still is this sort of place that is for artists and people to come together. And I'm very much going to be still building on it. I'm still going to be actually going and taking it forward. There's a major problem on it, however, and the major problem is very much that because I'm currently not doing it full time, the community, and I've had this sort of people that they join there, they leave it quickly because it's not like the busiest place because I cannot be there 24/7. That's the problem about some Discord communities. Like I cannot fully put my full time on it, and it usually has this sort of effect that there are active people. There are over 200 members in there, but it's hard to build it. Well, I'm going to be actually talking about the reasoning why, and hopefully you have about being Ollie the Repair, you have been part of that. Hopefully we can get some discussion on that. Perhaps to develop it forward, get your ideas on that. So basically I had this member that was very prominently part of it, and he basically left. And I'm very sad about that, you know, of course, this decision, but I think it's because of the fact that I need to just develop the whole place better, basically. The elokas community is about freelancers doing work together. I have this big plans of actually getting the whole place in a sense that there's actually going to be a huge big project there. But the problem and the sad situation on this is that because it's still in its growing pains, it's still like in its beginning phase, it's going to be this sort of like the growing for it is going to be very limited in many ways. And why I'm saying that, basically the idea is that the community is that, you know, people join together, we do collaborations together, and in future, because I'm currently working on Final Fallacy, which I'm going to be working on today here, I'm going to be doing a stream for that. So the idea is that we're going to be doing projects together. I'm doing it solely. It's my sole responsibility for moderating and being in the server. Of course, there are moderators in there, but I don't yet ask too much of them because I know they have their own lives and such. So it's basically on my hands to build the server, indeed. And basically, currently, my job is what I do currently all the time at this moment. I am like contacting so many people. I'm trying to get like this sort of funding for it. I'm going to be trying to get some projects. I actually was almost going to get one project for elokas, so unfortunately wouldn't be able to do that. But yeah, like it's in many ways I'm like doing a hard work on it. I just wanted to let you know it's something I work very hard to do, this elokas place. And I've not been still able to succeed in it. I've done it in a very wrong ways, I think. I've done it in many wrong ways, and the wrong way, one of the wrong ways is that it's just like, because it's a freelancer server, because the full goal of it, basically working with the project, hasn't yet been there fully implemented, because it's a long process to do this. People like it's hard to grow it, and I've got feedback from people. They say like they don't want to be there because it's like it's nothing happens there, and I tell you, like. I'm part of me says that it's like if there's a server that says like there's like one way solution to make everything happen, like that's not what the server is about. I've always stated it's going to be taking some time. The problem is that some things I've not done well, like the building the community, making it like a more clear of the things in there. But still, like, I just wanted to let people know that are part of the server that it's not yet fulfilled the goal I wish it would, it will have. It basically working in projects. Currently I'm working in, let me actually show the project on you. You might have seen some of it here. Basically, I'm not working in any place at all, aside from this. This is my full-time job. So I'm trying to generate as much income so I can live. That's the big thing. And that's what I'm doing with music stuff, and I'm doing with the streams, and I will do with YouTube stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm actively doing this now on. One of the things is that, you know, as a big thing, I have this Final Fallacy project. Let me actually put it on the screen soon. Yeah, here we go. It's still limited on the information I've shared. I want to actually start sharing today a little bit more information on that. Yes, indeed. How are you doing? Let me know. Let me see yourself known here when you're watching. But basically, yes. This is the forum. This is my first forum that I've actually shared this, you know, August 2019, as you can see. I've of course updated it and such. But basically, Final Fallacy, there are some people that have already checked it. Basically, the whole thing is about this sort of an RPG adventure in this sort of world. And if we go back down here, recently I've done some upgrades on the weather conditions and such. I'm very proud of like what I've been able to do in this, you know, limited resources I have with the project. Basically, it's an RPG project. You adventure in the world, and you do things in there like, you know, like in RPGs you have this plot, but instead of just being one plot you have to follow all the time, it basically is a kind of like its own world. There's like weather system, there's swimming system, there's climbing system. All of these things I personally wanted to have in an RPG game, and it's a time-consuming job, like doing these sort of things. Like I've done these effects myself, as you can see, done myself, and it takes some time. Search 3.
Hello there.
Hello, my favorite Fortnite person. Hello there. How are you doing, Surge? For some reason, I don't have your... I'm actually trying to find that I can actually get your comments on the screen. For some reason, I cannot. That's weird. But yeah, good to have you. Now, here we go. Hello there. Now the chat is on the screen. Good to see you. The thing is, yeah, I'm currently talking about elokas and such. I think you... Are you part of elokas? I don't know. Well, basically, I'm working on the Final Fallacy project.
Dude.
Hello there, everyone. Surge!
Hello, everyone. Surge.
Ollie the repair dude, my favorite phone repairing person, indeed. Good to see you there. Good to see you there. But basically, yes, I'm doing a lot of work on this. Basically, this game is going to be the grand opus I'm going to be pushing forward, because I know it has a market. It's going to do at least semi-well. That's the thing. Like every good thing, it takes time to work on, like the servers and the communities and such. Eluukkanen, which is basically me, myself here on this place, I would actually do well. But I have this dream, I don't know, do you have this yourself, Surge and Ollie Repair Dude? I want to do this sort of a place that is like a community that actually is like very open-minded in many ways, like musicians and artists and this sort of people. They can share their work, they can get the projects. That's my greatest dream. It's not yet that. That's the thing. It's yet like a video game. Like video games usually take like 3 to 5 years to make.
Surge 3.
This is still looks cool.
This looks cool.
Oh,
I'll be
man.
coming around now. Just
Thank
had
you.
to get life on track.
Man, hopefully life is on track. Let me actually know how the life is going. I'm sorry, so sorry. Like, your mother said like cancer or something. Like it's very nasty, very nasty. Like I don't know, no worries at all. Like I have had a problem situations. My summer was kind of a nasty at the beginning of summer. My leg hurt yesterday. I couldn't even walk. God damn. Now it's much better. God damn. But the thing is, I'm going to be releasing this a demo from this year. Probably near. I wanted to do a summer release. The thing is now, I might do a Christmas demo release or our next summer release. That's the thing, because I want to release this in a time that there's no much competition around, and summer is a very good time for that. Unfortunately, I think I might be losing the summer moment already, because the game, the system, it still takes some time to do, as I can show you.
Surge 3.
It's quite a lot of
I'd like a community too. I like to communicate with people. I am doing well.
Oh, I'm very happy to hear,
She
man.
will be all right.
That's why I'm trying to make elokas, but the problem is that, tell me, Search, but like it's usually
Hey,
communities are like, Kalek,
Waving hand
hey, how are you doing? Good to see ya. All the good people, Kalek, Surge, and Ollie. They're trying to do this community, and usually it's like people sharing their own work. That's what they focus on. And it's hard to make this sort of community spirit going. I know what would be the solution for it. Like, if you have a party, let's say people having a cakes and having like a birthday party. They're basically, having a big cake, having a big tent, having a big music playing. That always gets people, excited and coming. But I'm currently basically, I'm very hard on just like managing my day-to-day things, and that's a problem, because my day-to-day is like I work constantly and I'm able to go by. That's not the problem. But the problem is that
Hello, Ollie.
I cannot fully focus on building a community that is just like would be this sort of big birthday party. This sort of people would be having good time and such, because I would need to pay people to do that, and I don't yet have that sort of mission. Yes, Kalek, Ollie Repair Dude. Hey, Ollie, how are you doing? I haven't seen you, Kalek, a long time in here. Yeah, the problem is that with you, if you do this sort of community things, it always gets like that, and I've tried to get people excited about it. I cannot fully get people excited about it because, well, I cannot. Because it's like people, I cannot force people to do it, to support and that sort of stuff. I don't want to do it. That's the situation. And I have many things going on, especially looking at this game. I'm currently making like I've done much of the progress here, which these are old pictures. I've actually done a swimming system ready. I want to do a show off on that today. I'm actually going to be also making so that you can actually drown in the game and this sort of stuff.
Hello,
hey everyone, PPSA, Kalek, Ollie, Surge. So I think I failed on the building community side, at least at the momentarily. I think the elokas community is not yet what I want it to be, and I'm not really sure what people actually think of this. Yeah.
Hello,
So the stream recommended by any member at the great community.
Yeah. I saw the stream on my recommended and
very good. Very good. That's very good. That's the thing. That's the thing, my friend. This community is very gay.
Game looks great.
Kalek, yeah, I'm gonna be actually now doing a daily updates on that. I'm gonna be actually sharing here on this channel. After this stream, I'm gonna be doing a Final Fallacy stream. I'm gonna be showing you about the swimming system and that sort of thing.
Are these your games you were
My
making?
games, indeed. This is a game I'm making. And of course, you're encountering your mother in that battle screen. That's the biggest battle of the game, of course. The biggest boss battle of all time. Basically, the game is very much that there's no like specific story. It's a sandbox. You can do many things. You can burn this main village you have or not. That's up to you. Problem is that it takes all of this good time to make. And I want to actually prepare people for a big release. I'm going to be doing a big release for this for Kickstarter. I've already contacted few tubers. I've actually reached this YouTuber that is like 150,000 subscribers. I'm able to get him to make a video about the game when it comes out. I'm actively trying to reach these people to like get this sort of big hype going on when the game is going on. And you don't like the game itself, the development of that. It's not the biggest hurdle. I actually have to get people excited of the release and such, you know, and such. And of course, it's an exciting thing, but you have to actually do like go to the YouTubers and talk to them. I actually contacted this big other YouTuber, not the same one I just mentioned, and he said that if I pay him $5,000, he will make a video and stream and this sort of thing. Like, it's hard to find the people to do that sort of stuff, at least in the beginning. So you can see, like, I'm doing a lot of work in this sort of stuff. Basically, working on it every day, developing it. I want this to be other than just a basic RPG, because if I would make a basic RPG, this would already be ready. That's the thing. And this is not a basic RPG. This is this is like my life's biggest creation. For some reason I can see my face in there. That sounds good. So yeah, this is going to be a very big thing. Basically, the plot is going to be there's a fallen kingdom. Story follows 3 characters that you create, and basically you can either, you know, it's a sandbox. You can actually destroy this whole kingdom, as you can see, you know, here. As you can see, you can destroy it. Or you can be the great savior and more. That's the thing. There's many big options, and the idea is that, you know, the world, every object in the world, like in this village, are destructible. You can actually, if you have a bomb, you can actually destroy the whole village. And every NPC thinks independently and that sort of thing.
Here you have good things to come.
There are big things to come. The biggest problem, however, is that it is just such a big thing to do. I tell you, my friend, it's a big thing. And I'm not saying that I'm not like afraid of actually doing stuff. I'm actually like you know me. I do remakes. I do the hardest working things. I am hard work, and that's my passion. The problem is though that when I do this sort of big project, I have the things I need to prepare so many things for it, and the elokas server is not something I cannot fully focus on right now. I'm going to be still like I've already been. The people join there occasionally. Many people do, and we have discussions there. We have actually we discuss there. The community is very lovely. One of the things that people have actually said about the community that, you know, it's too much about this weird anime things and Digimon and that sort of thing. The problem about that is when you have a community, let's say, I'm there actively. I post what I'm interested about. Not many people react on that possibly, but you know, that's what I do. Some things I'm interested about. That's the thing. And I feel that many places like YouTube and Facebook and these sort of things, it's like many people are just like focusing on themselves. So I like the folk community that we actually in the Discord. Some people share their creation, like pixel art and that. People react to it, people talk about it, people give instructions. It's a basic thing, yes, but it's a huge thing. Not many communities have that. I don't know, like Serge or Kalek or Eoli, have you seen that on many communities? Many communities actually, if you share some things in there, if you're not already a friend of those people, people don't answer to you. That's the problem. And I've just realized one of the things that I need to actually get into friends of these big tubers and influencers, as they're called. You know, even I'm an influencer, I suppose. And I need to get the friends of these people in order to actually get my things going forward. Because you have to realize, if behind every big game, let's say there's like a Undertale or anything, there's a big push on it. There's big tactics on it. There's always, like, when you have, let's say, a big next game for Sony to come, there's always so much work behind it. And I'm doing this a single developer sort of fashion. It's not the easiest thing because it's like I've sent like over I've sent tens of emails now to try to reach these people that can actually talk about the game, to these
Sir,
YouTubers.
I've
seen it
that
before. I've seen it before. Well, let me know. Of course, you know, you play Fortnite. It's a huge machine behind that. Of course, it's a good machine. Lovely work they do, but it's a huge work. So much work in there. And what I have to do is basically, I'm planning for Kickstarter. A Kickstarter goal is around $2,000, around $3,000 or $2,000. Basically for this project, and I'm trying to make it go forward. I
try to get Cubz Scouts to play on his free random games he does.
Oh, hey, if PBSA, if you can do that, I would be so grateful on that. Of course, like if you can do it, that's the thing. Who is Cubz Scouts? Let me actually check on online. That's the thing. Let me check on his name. But the thing is, I'm actively doing that. Actually, I was able to reach. A few big people. Let me actually go to my email soon and check that out. But yeah, like many people, like I need to pay for them in order to share their games. There are some people that actually, you know, I just give them free game and that's all it. But one person said that I need to give them like $5,000, and I was like, nah.
Third 3.
No.
Mostly cabinet communities. Communities that have no sense of why they are there.
That's the cabinet community is actually an interesting word. I like that. They usually are like that. They're just like there. They just do some stuff. Or do you know Cubz Scouts? Like I just look at his channel right now there. Look at that. That is a cursed SpongeBob. Oh boy, oh boy. If you have like if you actually know this person, man, you don't know how big that it would be, but of course that's up to you. That's up to you, of course. I cannot force you to do that, but that would be a huge thing for Final Fantasy. Basically, the big thing is in the beginning is that when I do this game that I'm doing here, I want to actually today make a stream about it because there's a huge improvements I've done. There was this swimming system that I was working on, like swimming, going in the water, like bull, 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 bull. It was very hard to implement. There was so many problems with it. Basically, the system goes that there's this like a water you can actually like sink on it and actually swim there, and if you don't swim too much you're going to be sink down in the ocean and this sort of thing, and you can drown in there. That's the thing. I'm going to be actually making a drowning script in the today's stream. That's actually at least that's the plan. Like all of these things, they took a lot of time. I'm the main person to do this. The main thing that is going to make this successful is that if these people that are like these YouTubers, like these Cubz Scouts, like if they review it, that's going to be the main thing that is going to help it. But I don't know these people. I have to be honest. I do not know these people. I do not personally know many of them. I know a few of them, and some of them have already said no.
I mean, he played someone's game and he only had 17 subscribers.
Oh really?
PBS.
That's very cool.
I follow him. I can try to comment to try to get his attention, but I can't make any promises.
I appreciate that, of course. No promises made. I understand. It's of course your time that you do this, but I tell you, I'm going to be contacting him if he is this kind of person himself. He has his email here. I'm going to be contacting him. Yeah. The idea is that, you know, these people, there are some friendly YouTubers out there, but many people are this sort of like. Not many of them answer. That's why like it's a very long job. I've sent to many places and not all of them actually answer at all. That's the sad thing about the whole thing. But you know, I cannot say nasty things about that, because if I get even just one person to check it out, if I get the one person to check it out, then it will be a big thing. It will be a big thing. Any kind of marketplace and these sort of people, I need to still be contacting them a lot. That's the success. I have a good product. I have basically, you know, a good game. You know, I hate to say product, but that's what my marketing couch people said, man. Product. But you know, I have a game that is good, as you can see. I'm gonna show it. It's Final Fantasy. It's an RPG game. You can actually create a character there. The world is massive, yeah. It's a huge. And basically, there's a big quest to save a kingdom, which is the main quest, but you don't need to follow the main quest. The world is a living, breathing fantasy world, and I'm not just saying because it is, because I tell you it is. I'm not just saying because it's a marketing thing, but it's actually, I've made so that each individual NPCs have their own opinions about your characters. Individual opinions. Not many games do that because they don't want to waste time on that. They say it's wasting time, but I tell you, each It's what RPGs should be for. RPGs, role-playing games. And usually these role-playing games are just like, hey, we have one role for you and you're gonna take it! Or not.
This cult is a joke,
Cult!
but if you go into his Discord and say praise Provis, a lot of guys will reply with the same message.
That's cool, man. Yeah, perhaps I should make it look as a cult. Probably, you know, praise the elokas. That's actually very funny, PBSA. Yeah, that is very funny. I tell you, PBSA, like, this is the thing, like, of course, you know, I tell you, I want you to, you know, check the game, of course, yourselves. I'm just making, you know, saying here, Final Fantasy is good. I'm just saying that here. But I tell you, it's going to be the next, this year's progress. And I tell you, I'm going to be making a big countdown to it. Epic countdown to here on the YouTube channel when it releases. I'm going to be releasing a daily information on it. I want it to succeed, so I need to be doing this. And that's why I'm going to be sharing information, like, you know, all of the things on it. And I don't know what yourselves on the thoughts on it are. Like, to you, like, it's this kind of RPG. This kind of game hasn't been done before. And what I say, because usually game developers, when it comes to, like, making individual NPCs, NPCs to be interactable, they're lazy. They don't want to do that. And I'm not saying because I say that some games are bad. Some games are actually very good. They focus on certain things, but I think when it comes to social discussion, let's say, like, you meet an NPC, like here, you can meet this NPC on here. Oh yeah. Usually it's like, it's so lazy, goddamn. Like, they don't make it that you can actually be friends of that NPC. They don't make that you can actually, be their main enemies. You cannot make that. Perhaps you burn a city down, and then this whole city, like, chases you, and even after in-game months, they're still going to remember that. Like, there's nothing like that there. And my game is very hard to explain, at least I've not done the proper marketing language. I've not yet condensed it to the smallest of box there. But that's basically what it is. You go and burn a village, or you make a save, let's say, a priest somewhere. That priest is going to remember you. The whole priest faction is going to be your friends. And you can actually build your own kingdom. That is the thing. And many people promise that, you know, you can build your own very place. And no, you cannot, because there are no systems in place. I've made a speaking system, like this sort of like the kind of this AI mimicking system of each NPCs. They have like their own values, what they think of you, and this sort of thing. That is there. What is by the way, this Pravus thing, what you mentioned here? But I tell you, that's what I'm doing. I'm very excited on it. I talk about it a lot, I know. I know that you don't have much opinions of yet, because I tell you, it's still limited, but because I've not published too much information. But I now will start. I will now start and amaze you, because the thing is, it is my grand finale thing. And I'm not being like, of course, there are going to be small things after that, but it's going to be my major thing I push forward.
I want to make a community outside of Fortnite.
Yeah!
Like and Crash and other games. I will be trying Elias's game to win.
That is something I appreciate, Serge. I don't know, are you part of the Discord community that we have, by the way? Are you, Serge? But of course, it's not strictly about Spyro and this sort of thing. I recommend to build those things, because it's good to have a community that focuses on single individual things. Elokas is still not that. That's the problem. I have not yet been able to do that.
Well, Udertale, never forget if you ever completed the genocide road. And to a point it won't forget your action without a reset. But true resets, everyone will forget everything, but the game won't.
That's the thing, like, Undertale did many things well. I think it's a very different game from Final Fantasy, I tell you, but the one of the spirit is there, that there's multiple ways to do things. And one of the things that actually, you know, makes the one, I don't know, is it in Undertale, is there an autosave feature? You can actually load and save if you did like a mistake. In my game, I've done an autosave feature. If you like Dark Souls, if you do a mistake, it's like it always is part of you. If your character actually dies, it's going to be permanent. That's the thing, and it's going to be part of the story. I'm going to be like basically there's actually burial. Like all the party members actually going to be burying your character. There's going to be this sort of cemetery, or perhaps you make a tomb for him. There's a lot of different stuff on there.
BTW having more uncertainty for this channel.
Uncertainty for this channel? Or what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you talk about, Ollie the repair dude?
Ollie the repair dude.
To the phone and table friends.
Due to return phone and tablet to friend. result in not many things to fix.
You talk about your own channel. I can actually say one thing I would recommend you to do. Like, let's actually go to Olli Repair Dude's channel, help him out. Let's check that out. Yes, Olli Repair Dude has his own channel. Olli the Repair Dude. I tell you, it's a long process to make a YouTube channel, especially nowadays. It's much harder. But one thing I would recommend:
Dude.
less active.
Less.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Active.
That's the thing. I personally, what I would do if I were you, like, I tell you, this job that you do, it's possibly.
Have 2 Crash Bandicoot videos.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot one.
On the way. I actually have no Fortnite videos.
Oh, looking forward to see that.
I am
of
so
course, it's good to have some time off from that. That's the thing. You know, I do a lot of variety of things. That's the thing. But I have to tell you one thing I would do for you, like when I look at this channel, like you work on phones, you basically would have to fix phones all over the place. So basically, you have to invest on having phones.
3.
That's why
I will subscribe.
Hey, Olli has 200 subscribers. That's very cool. I think perhaps you can make a discussion video on phones. Discussion, like, you know, have a face camera like this and say, hey, what is my favorite phone? Hey, this is my favorite phone, and this sort of thing. The problem is that, you know, it has to be a grind in nowadays of YouTube. You cannot make like just one monthly video and be happy with that. YouTube doesn't work like that anymore. God damn, that's the reality of things. But hopefully, you know, hopefully you find out something out. It's a hard process, I know. I was in the early days. I just made remakes because I knew that my own music wouldn't really go anywhere because I was just some nobody. That's the thing. I actually have 2. Yeah, you are doing different content. Yes, so you're not going to be only Fortnite person. That's very good, actually, to diversify. But also, if you diversify too much, you might lose your core audience. That's the thing. That's what is my problem. Like, you know, many people here watch, let's say, music that I do for Daggerfall. Some people for Mardek. Some people for...
Good idea.
Possibly, I don't know. It's up to you, of course. It's a lot of just like when you continue and work more. I think what I would suggest for people of nowadays starting YouTube is to just know more people. Do you know, Olli Repair Dude, any people that are in your own category of content, like let's say phone repairing? Like, do you know these people? Like, if you know them, they might be. It's helpful because I personally. I discussed with Mikko Tarmia just a few days ago, if you remember. Mikko Tarmia, this composer. It's an interview up on the elokas channel, eluukkanen channel, if you want to check that out. Oh yeah. And the thing is about that is that basically he mentioned that you need to just know people in order to be successful. And he, of course, Mikko Tarmia is very successful in his skill. He's very good. But he mentioned that he needs to. He got just one contact, and that was his way for composing. That was his way to get forward. And that's what I would recommend to anyone. Of course, Serge, you know many people on the YouTube side of things. I saw you making some videos on this very famous streamer and this sort of thing. Like, very, very good stuff. You know some contacts. That's very good. I don't have that. I'm nobody. That's why I'm nobody. If I would know all of these big people like Tim Cook and all of this, not Tim Cook. I mean like Tim Pool and all these people. If I would know these people, I would be like something more bigger than this. But I'm not. I've been just putting some music out there, and some people have stayed, like Serge, Olli, and others. That's the thing. That's PBSA. And somehow things are going well. But the problem is, my friends, is that I'm focusing on the elokas server. I'm actually go to the elokas server yourself and show it around. Basically, it is semi-active. There's like daily stuff on there constantly. People talk and such. We have chats on there. And yes, one of the members is left, unfortunately. That's the thing. But there's there's constantly things on there. Like people share their work. Very talented stuff they do. Like just like. Oh man, I really like the paintings like Aiko has just recently shared. There's some lovely Final Fantasy pictures that was shared by Fontes. Just look at that. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some cool stuff there. But the problem about the community is that there should be some like central activity that brings people together. It's like, you know, I'm a Finnish people. Finland brings me together with other Finns. We should have this sort of thing. I need to just focus on it more to make this sort of group spirit go. I don't know. It's as I currently focus a lot on the Final Fallacy game, as I'm showing here. I just recently made the animations for. We'll actually go in here. Here we go. Let me go on here. So I've done a lot of animation stuff on here. Basically, all of that is for weather effects, just some custom weather effects and stuff. It is not the easiest process to do these sort of things. I'm not an animator. I'm not the best one to work on this sort of stuff. And still, you know, of course, working on it as fast as I can. And dividing this sort of time for a project is difficult, and that's why I want to say to people that are part of elukas right now, part of the community I'm building, to assure you that it's not yet in position I want it to be. I want this to be sort of like a haven for artists and collaboration, and it's not that yet. There's not big collaborations yet, because I'm just getting, like, I'm managing so much on the Final Fallacy side of things. And you know how hard it is to manage some big projects. You have you know, imagine yourself, like, you have possibly led some project, you know, it's not the easiest way.
The repaired you 2 guys that could give you a hand if you get there at Shiori Lewis Rosma. He repairs Mac motherboards.
Possibly.
And lie us tech tips. Does videos about everything related.
Yeah, PPSA, you know about this sort of thing.
Ollie the repaired you.
Let's go to the channel actually. Let's go to the channel. Here we go. We just press here. Lois Rosman. Lois Rosman. Let's just press their channel and see what they are about. I've not too much of knowledge of these repairing channels, but yeah, if you get knowledge of these people, it's a huge thing. And it's going to be just a lot of sweat and tears. It's not the easiest stuff. But let's see. Do we have him here? Yeah, I've actually seen this before. Yeah. Should have been suggested by that. Yeah, very, very good. He does some repairing stuff. Let me actually see. And to repair advertising, what he's talking about, his newest video 7 hours ago. But yeah, it's a very big channel. You can, there's no, you can check us at, he has his website. I suppose you can contact him through his website when you go there, but you know, contacting him and saying to him like, I'm a big fan or something like that, it might be a good way to get noticed. It's not guaranteed. It's good to get noticed by these people, because then you can actually, like, it's nasty what you have to do. It's not like, you know, you have a good skill and you have to, you can go there, but it's like, and people notice you. It's not like that. You have to have a community. You have to have this gang of working people.
Also, Dangerously Funny could like this game idea because you can do anything on it, and he likes to do things that.
Oh, hey, I will actually put that. Hey.
Other times they don't.
That is very cool. I actually need to be checking that out quite a way. Yeah, that's the big thing about this game. I'm currently making a spell system that you can actually put spells anywhere in the world. Basically, some fireballs and such, and I'm going to be trying to make them interactable with people, and that's what I'm doing. That's the thing. You know, you can, you know, of course, the big balancing act of the future is going to be that if you know magic, like, people are just going to be spamming magic, I suppose, and getting magic there, and, you know, destroying the village. Now, my biggest worry is that, you know, you go to the main city, you have, like, this sort of tornado spell or something, you just put the tornado spell in there, and you destroy the main capital city, and, like, the whole game is basically, like, the main story, like, gets unplayable or something like that. Basically, that's my biggest fear on that. But no, that's funny. Like, why games don't let you do that nowadays too much. Let me actually open the channel that you just mentioned here. There we go. Dangerously Funny. 18. Oh, actually very active on this stuff. Semi-daily upload. Yeah, very good.
I don't remember subscribing to you, but I am glad I did.
You did subscribe to me! Say Samarth! Hey, this is my first time seeing your name in here. Good to see ya. Hello! They're gonna be streaming 2 times today. Hello, everyone! Say hello to Say Samarth. That's an interesting name you got there. I haven't seen Sai as main. I've seen that. I haven't seen that sort of name before. That's a very interesting name. Yes, indeed. Perhaps you have seen me because I've did some remakes back in the day. Some Digimon remakes and this sort of stuff. I don't know. I don't know how you found me. Yes, I don't know. Somehow you did. But the idea is that, like, if I personally, let's say, Dangerously Funny, I go to his. I basically, good ways to contact him, perhaps Twitter is good. Usually people answer the Twitter side of things. I just press here, get his email address, and just send him a message. But it's not guaranteed. It's like 1 in 10th time they answer.
Yeah, It's a Indian name.
Oh.
Yes, probably.
Probably yes. Hey, that's very cool. We have some people from the India. Are you from India? I don't know. But the Indian name, nonetheless. Very, very cool. Very cool. Hello, Sai.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, basically, we're talking about the community building and how not to do that. Yes, I'm the... yeah, I'm not the best one when it comes to community building, yes. Like, I just go around the place. Like, I do all the sort of stuff on here. And, you know, Surge and others, you know, Ollie, you should always focus on one stuff when you do this sort of thing. Like that's the thing. And currently I'm focusing on this game that I'm hugely proud of, yet, even though it's not finished. Final Fallacy. We've already done even a music stream for it, like what
and one that
can happen.
Give a try on your game is called Simpson.
Oh, I need to collect these names.
And the history of
God damn, I need to be like, it's like a Pokemon adventure. Let me actually collect all of these names. Khaled Simpson, like I don't know all of these people. I appreciate it.
Hey mate, yep, I live in India.
Oh, in India. Oh. I haven't actually been in India at all. I've been in the closest I've been in China one time. But yeah, India is very the music in India is very interesting, I tell you. Yeah, music and the whole country of India is like it's so many things in there. God damn. Besides, and actually I know one Indian person, this singer that does these anime singings in India. Yeah, I'm actually going to be working with him, hopefully, with the project.
We have 2 Asian guys in here at Sesame.
2 Asians! Oh boy, welcome! It's a pleasure to have you here. Indeed. Good to have you on here. Let's actually see. Khaled Simpson. Let's just press the button and see how this goes. I cannot find with Caleb. Oh, Caleb Simpson, do you mean? Possibly it's Caleb Simpson. Yeah, here we go. Walkthroughs, guides, and history. Diaries of Caleb Simpson. I'm making bucket list of items. I don't know which of these channels they are. Yes. What are your what is going with you here? Have you been working on some stuff? Are you on the summer holidays? I think it's not summer in the southern hemisphere. Not sure. But anyways, in Finland it's summer. I'm from Finland, northern country indeed. So I look at this. There's some walkthroughs in here. Oh, is it the Trinity symbol on this one, or is it the one in here? Let's look at them both. Oh yes. We are doing Pokemon hunting. I'm a Pokemon master. Actually, my brother just purchased a Pokemon hat. I need to take that Pokemon hat when we do project hunting. Yes, gotta catch them all. That's the thing. I think that's not what you meant. That's not the one. I suppose this is the one you mentioned. Ah, very nice. Caleb Simpson does some walkthrough things. Actually, I'll be subscribing to him. I haven't seen his content, but I'm actually interested to see this content much more. That's the thing. I'm very happy on this sort of stuff. Yeah.
It's the first one.
This one, I suppose.
PBSA. The one with the Triforce.
Triforce! Oh, yeah. Hey, I'll try to hit him up. We shall see what happens. Like, of course, he's more of a Zelda person.
Quite bad with the pandemic situation.
Oh, really? Tell me about it. I tell you, in Finland it actually has gone better, but I don't know about the India situation at all. And about the border conflict with China, man. Man. We are living in dangerous times. That's basically what I'm up to here, and that's what I'm doing. Like, Sai Samantha, if you don't know, basically I'm currently working on this big project. This is going to be a huge RPG project. BBSA gave us good suggestions. Also, Surge has been giving suggestions as well. But basically, I'm doing this sort of RPG. I haven't yet put too much to be people be excited for. I actually was excited about that I composed the warrior theme on here. But I've been working on the characters Sumo, Rogue, and other classes in the game. Basically an RPG adventure. That is all about, I tell you. About freedom and the sandbox nature of the whole thing. That's the thing. I don't know, are you familiar, Scytheman, of RPGs too much? And yeah, that's what I'm be doing. Basically, one of the things, like, I have to tell you, I'm being, making this server that I'm being part of it. Like here. The elokas server, which is of course a place that, you know, freelancers can come in Discord to share their stuff. That's the place. That's the whole thing what is about. People share a lot of their, like, good stuff in there. I mean, for some reason it doesn't load. Like their music, their animation. There was this one person that actually shared their very good...
RPGs.
Oh, you love RPGs, then you are in the right place, my friend. You're in the right place. Oh boy. You're gonna love this RPG a lot because goddamn. this sort of RPG, I have to tell you, it sounds like bragging, and it kind of partly is, but nobody has done it.
What platforms will it be on?
It will be on mobile phones, Android phones, and it will be on PC, but the PC is the main thing. Yeah, it's I'm not going to, even if I go to mobile phones, I'm not going to make it a pay to win at all. I'm going to be making it a full-fledged RPG adventure. A Fallen Kingdom. It's kind of like if you have seen old Dragon Quest or Final Fantasies, it's like that. 8-bit game, 8-bit graphics, but much bigger with the current systems indeed. So that's what we have been doing here. The elokas stream actually let me show some featured work that we have had on the stream. I'm very proud of.
PBSA.
China and India had never
China
good
and
relationships.
India never
Yeah,
had a good
that's true.
relationship.
That's true.
The only reason China never tried to invade India was because the only way they could go into India was thought Tibet.
That's
there is
the
almost no infrastructure.
Yeah, there's no much infrastructure. It's very hard to actually do wars in there. But look at this. Look at this. There's some animated battlers that have been done in the server. There's some animation that has been done in the server. There's a lot of good stuff that is in here. Like, there's this one excellent artist. Look at this artwork in here. It's like 1 month old, but still, it's like, look at this. Look at this game art. It's amazing. It's incredible. And like, there are things in elokas 7 that we are doing. My main thing that I'm doing over here, of course, as I showed you on, is the Final Fallacy project. And once I get that going, I will be getting a lot of collaboration projects for you. So if you want to be part of the creation of that, you know, either by making artworks and that sort of, it's up to you. But main thing is that I'm working full time to make it so. This sort of RPG that is fully fledged. It's sandbox in a way that you can actually destroy every city that there is, if you can. It's not easy, I tell you. It's hardcore because there's permadeath system. If your character dies, it dies, but it actually continues the story. The experience that and all the skills that you gain, you can actually, if you do a proper burial, you can get the character to give that knowledge to other person. So, you know, you don't lose your process too much, but it's still a hardcore RPG with a lot of storytelling purpose. The idea is that, you know, every NPC in the world can be befriended, any NPC can be destroyed, any NPC can be taken as your party member, most of them at least. And also, of course, it's going to be harder for some, like the main characters and such. But like, it's possible, but you need to have just a lot of charisma, man, a lot of charisma, even if you try that out. That's the thing. India and China and their relationship. But I tell you, this is the problem I've been having with elokas, and this is the problem that I've been trying to kind of go forward. I'm going to be fully working on eluukkanen. I'm going to be working on Final Fallacy, which of course the game. That's the main thing. That's the thing that is going to be huge for me. I want to work on the server, but the problem for the server is that I cannot fully put my all energy to it, even though I would love to. Because you can look at that. Of course, Sumo, he needs to do a lot of work for him. You know, help and these NPCs and such. There's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. And I want to actually get active on sharing the work. Because if I don't get actively on sharing the work, you don't know about the game. And the game is very hard to describe in its beginning formation. Like, if you talk about Spyro the Dragon game, you can say, you know, it's a game about Spyro the Dragon.
Now I remember that Yupiki Yori Mr. Falcon could like to play this game. He plays random games from time to time, and also maybe Merg could play.
I did ask Mr. Falcon, if I remember. Let me actually go. I've actually sent him a message. That's a coincidence. Yes, I've actually sent Mr. Falcon a message, if I remember. Let me actually go to my emails just quickly. Yeah, I don't want to send my personal emails to you. You would take them and look at my emails. Let me actually see. So this is not the guy, I think. Yeah, I actually have contacted him, but he hasn't yet answered, I think. That's the thing. Yeah, well, I've had this one person to ask, when I asked him, he said like, thank you for your message. I generally offer $7,000 packages if I do 2 Twitch streams. I'm like, nah. I don't have that sort of money in my grand pockets, I tell you. Like, I'm not going to do that for just 2 videos. I'm not going to get that back. That's the thing. I'm not going to get that back. That's the thing. Now let's go back to the Yippee-ki-yay thing. Falcon thing, yes. I've actually sent him a message. I might be sending him again a message because his channel is very lovely. I think it's this one. Yippee-ki-yay, my Mr. Falcon. Actual boomer meme playing survival simulation games. Oh, yeah. My favorite channels? Boomers. So yeah, as you can see, he's very active on his stuff, and I think, you know, he can actually like this stuff. But the problem is that, you know, most of the time they don't answer all the time. So basically, possibly I would just need to bombard this, like take a cannon, just bombard him with the messages all the time. That might be a solution. I have no idea.
Are we going to get like beta version?
Yay! A free beta version? Indeed. Let me actually show it to you. Let me actually show. So basically, there's this area that you see on here. There's a little more in the up there, but still, basically this area is the world map area. Each one of these areas you can actually go in. You can see the character kind of small in there, as you can see. Like here's a small in there. So you can actually go inside of these maps. I'm actually building the whole world that you can actually. Like, it's kind of a Skyrim open world sense, but of course it's an RPG, you know, 8-bit RPG sense. This is the first beginning area that you can actually explore freely. There's a lot of quests in there, a lot of things to do. You can still do a lot of stuff. The level limit is 20. It's quite level 20 is even quite a high level, I tell you. But in the demo area you can do that, and if you do the beta version and play a lot, you get you know, in the full version you can retain those levels. I hope, at least that's my feel. I don't know if there's going to be any connection issues there, but if at least anyone who can prove that they have played this as a beta, I will be giving them, you know, if you play a beta, I will give you the characters with each levels and that sort of stuff, because I tell you, the beta is going to be free. It's going to be hopefully within this year. I'll be working on it. I'm going to be showing the process I'm doing with the swimming. And that's basically what is going on. Swimming and all this sort of system I need to do before really getting stuff going. We could also maybe play Merk. Could play. He's known for Undertale. So if Valkonov asked, but Merch, I have no idea who that person is.
Time to load Acacia Battalion with you game link to famous YouTubers that could like the game.
Yeah, I of course, you know, having you know, we need to have an army of people just like pum, 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 shooting them with the messages. But like, that's the thing. Like, I have to tell you, this game is going to be awesome thing, because nothing like this has ever tried. No big studio is going to try this sort of thing, because they are always playing it safe, making it so like if you see a bandit, let's say in Skyrim, you're always like, there's only one solution: kill it, and the other one, murder it. Like, there's no other solution. You cannot actually talk with the bandits. That's the thing. In Final Fantasy, you can actually talk. You don't need to fight a single battle if you have a good charisma. There's a few stats in the game. One of them is charisma. And if you do a charisma build, you can actually win the game. That's the thing. You can win with a charisma build, but you need to be very good in that. Yeah, Katusha Battalion. Yeah, we need to be having some Jääkäri Battalion, like in Finnish. I don't know, but in Indian, what's the army in India? But like in Finland, we have Jääkäri. Jaeger! Because, of course, you know, we have to have that. Famous tubers. Let me actually see what you mentioned about that merge. Well, that's a big one. That's a
Ollie
big
the
one.
repair dude.
Hey, Ollie! Welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you doing? So there's here's some Undertale stuff. I think like these Undertale people might enjoy this game, because I tell you, the spirit of the game is kind of like Undertale. Of course, Undertale is of course very own thing. I have a huge appreciation and thing on that, because Undertale is very memery, very fun game. This game, I'm hoping to get this sort of tidal wave for it. Of course, somebody in the audience could be like,
I want to be a game developer, actually.
You want to be a game developer? Oh, how so? What's your dream to do that? You know, some people say that they want to do a visual novel. Some people want to do a action shooter game. Let me know what's your idea on that. What do you want to do? I want to do an RPG. God damn it! I want to do an RPG that is fun to play. I know that some things can be done in game development, because I've now done some game development, and I tell you, some of the developers, like perhaps it's like the development psychology or something. I'm able to do this thing I'm saying to you, that each and the individual NPCs, they have opinion of the players, and it changes, and there's this politics going on. This is a thing I'm able to do. And not some people can, like, they don't think like that, and I think that's because of the people like get a lot of inspiration from games that already exist. But I got inspiration for myself, of course, from the early games like Final Fantasies, but
Fallout. You can pass a lot of battles with only talking.
That's the thing.
Fallacy, you can literally finish the game by only talking and without ever fighting a battle.
That's going to be hard, man, but you can do that. Basically, you're going to... There's this class called Lord, which is... I can actually see that in the screenshot in here. I think there's one picture of the Lord class. Is there? Not. I cannot see the Lord class yet. Basically, there's this class called Lord, and he's very good in speaking. Basically...
I want to start with platformer and then RPGs.
Platformers actually is very nice. Mario. Dun, 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 dun. Yo. Hey, that's very good. Let me know what your ideas on that. The elokas community we are building is basically all about that we're going to be doing game's future. But of course, Final Fantasy is going to be the first one to do, because otherwise I can't get all this working. But the thing is, Fallout, you can pass a lot of battles, but in here, in Final Fantasy, you can actually pass all of them. I tell you, it's hard. And I'm promising it, but I tell you it's hard. The thing is that it depends on like what people want. If there's certain creatures that, let's say, like are only creatures, let's say wolves, they're not going to be like very much, they look at you and just talk some words. They're not going to be like, they're not going to be your best friends, even if you talk to them. But there's some tactics even to make that peacefully go away. You can either flee, or of course go, and you perhaps can throw some meat for them, you know, that sort of thing, or you can intimidate them. That's the thing.
Want to get free elokas music?
By the way, here on the stream, Saisaman, PBSA, all of the people. There's the current comment message about Tiny Letter, which is basically a newsletter. I recommend anyone here who is interested about eluukkanen works. I can actually contact you much easier if you go there and put your name in there. I tell you, I'm not kidding. Like, we had just a few people joining in the last 2 days ago. I'm hoping to have you there as well. I'm going to be putting the updates on every week on what sort of schedule and what sort of things we're going to be streaming on there. And would be a very big honor to have you there. Very big honor, indeed. So that's your plan. That's the Final Fallacies plan, I tell you. I'm going to be, basically, these tubers... Merge. Let me actually see. Can I see his contact information here? Merge. Oh, he doesn't have contact information. I hate this. Look at that. No contact information. Does he have Twitter? Does he have any social media? Yeah, these are the hard YouTubers to actually contact. They have like nothing. If you have Discord, that's the best place to contact. Like Discord is the ground jewel of able to contact some people. That's the thing. Yeah, Undertale, no heads. Yeah, I've seen that. Thing is though, if I would be able to contact these people and show the game, I tell you, I think the game would speak for itself. Because the thing is, the game essentially, when it comes down to it, my friends, my fellow people on here, I've done many systems. I need to just get this sort of tidal wave of interest going, like what Undertale had. Undertale had a very, very good thing because it has a Tumble community to be a very majorly loud about it. And I would need to have something like that. I'm actually considering to do something to actually just to get this sort of like a tidal wave. And that's why I'm trying to reach these big people. And that's why the elokas community has been a bit shorter side of the of stuff to do, at least right now. But I'm going to be in elokas community if you want to join that. I'm actually going to be putting a link on it. If you want to join that at all, it's basically going to be doing some Final Fantasy collaboration in there. If you want to be part of the Final Fantasy game yourself, I'm going to be later on do it. Of course, today we're going to be developing it, but later on I'm going to be adding like a quest to, let's say, do a graphics. I'm going to be paying for that. So if you want to be part of that, you know, would be a wonderful. Anything, voice acting going to be probably in there. I'm not going to be doing our English voice acting like, you know, actual words. I'm going to be making like a grunt, so like, huh, like, ah.
I subscribed to your TI letter.
Discord link over there. Alright, gotcha. There should be the Discord link now, right now. Let me actually see the stream myself. Should it be there? Here we go. Now it should be there. Basically, that is it. And if it doesn't show that off, let me have it like this. Slash. Like that. That's the thing. That's how it should go. Indeed so. Indeed so, my friends. Hopefully see you there. It's still a small little community, I tell you. I'm not super satisfied with it yet. But PBSA, Serge, and others. I'm hoping to see you there.
Iluki Composer.
I'm hoping to see you in the server, and
and
hoping to see you later on when we actually start putting Final Fantasy stuff more in here.
Composer.
Because man,
bit.ly
this is just the beginning.
Discord.
Today I'm going to be doing some swinging systems. You're going to be actually impressed on that, I tell you. Because I was able to finally get it working. Like the sprites actually swim. Actually do some swimming, yes. Thanks for all the information about the Caleb, Dangerously Funny, and Cubs Scouts. I'm actually contacting these people. I'm not sure I'm able to get the contact for them. I would love to have that, but we shall see. We shall see about that. We shall see. So I'm actually going to be, now we have a stream 1 hour. You heard my thoughts on elokas community. I'm going to be sharing that to there. Hopefully they understand. But I'm going to be still there actively every day, but as I've done right now. But thing is, I would like to be more there, but I cannot because of the current situation. As you see, a lot of work still needs to be done. But if we work hard, if I work hard, if I get you on my side on this adventure, we can do anything. Anything, I tell you. Indeed, that's what we can do. That's what you can do. So hey, thanks for being on stream. I wish you a good day. I'm going to be going to eat. Hopefully going to see later on today. I'm going to be doing Final Fantasy stream about swimming systems. See you then. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm pretty hungry, yes. Pretty hungry. Yeah, good to see you. And hopefully going to see you on the stream.